Councilman Tehan and I met with the representative from Hope's office. We discussed grants for parks and rec and things like that, so we can reach out to them and see about get some grant money towards this as well.
This would be very costly.
Jim, they the original boards and glass on there for,
They're about 27, 30 years old, I believe, so that's what.
so it's the original stuff in there.
Pretty much, most of it is original.
And I gotta tell you, I think Master Vito, all these guys, they would definitely, be great on any horse, take ones, help out.
Yeah, and also their recommendation, there's no different in cost, but it makes sense, is right now, when you go in there, there's glass dividers. This is seamless. When you look down, it's all one. Where now you see all
Yeah, it's all
the
smooth.
different dividers now. So again, when we met, that was one of the recommendations. Where there's no difference in cost, but just a matter of what we like. John Randall also mentioned too some reconfiguration. The players' boxes are extremely small, and there's a penalty box in the middle. He's looking to reconfigure that over, which makes sense. That'll then open up more space for players, because right now it is. I don't know how they do it, but so again, those are some things to consider as we look into next year.
Go ahead.
Anything else, Councilman Reynolds?
Nope.
Councilman Tehan?
Dave, just a quick question on the fire safety inspections. One of the things we had talked about previously was getting a report of who actually needed to be inspected. And I think the assessor's office was working on that.
Yes.
Has that been completed?
Not to my satisfaction. We did 200 and a little over 200 inspections in the last year. I think we should be doing like 240, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll work with George on that, and we'll continue to try to get a handle on that. She did produce a document, and I think the figure ends up at 240, so there's still work to be done there. Shannon is also working on that.
Also, the past two ones, George, that she got a couple of report.
She's working on that. That's why this for February's income is higher, because a lot of people from previous years that didn't pay, now they're paying.
Right. She's putting a lot of time into shagging these overdue inspection fees.
And is that staying on the topic of fire inspections, and part of our departmental meeting, George brought up something too we'll be looking at. We're going to bring Mike in and have a discussion on how it's structured. We'll report back to the board.
Yes.
So we didn't forget about it, but we'll do that short order.
Okay.
Because those are great ideas, but we'll get Mike Patterson in, and I think it makes a lot of sense what you brought up.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if I can just remind everybody, proper decorum, just please silence your phones, whether you're on the board or in the audience. It's extremely distracting. The last item I had, and I thought we were going to talk about it with the assessor, but with Sangertown. I had a document included in everybody's package just to give the folks on the board an understanding of where we stand. And just a prelude here, we all received an email where Sangertown has requested yet again another reduction in their assessment. So in tracking back for 10 years, going back to 2017, where their assessed value was $85 million, they yielded roughly $330,000 in tax revenue for the town, the police, and the fire line items. Consistently, with exception of 2018, 19, and 20, where they had a tax tertiary, they were restricted from any assessment changes and were moved down to $62 million. From 2021 down to 47, 22, 24 million, 2023 at 15 million, 2024 at 12.5 million, 2025 at 10.6 million, and now the proposal is in 2026 to bring them below 8 million. So we went from 330,000 in revenue 10 years ago to last year, roughly $48,000 in tax revenue for the town.
Two of those reductions were by virtue of a lawsuit, Dave, you probably remember,
Right.
in Oneida County Supreme Court. We got whacked, to say the least, on both of them. In one of them, I think our refund was $500,000, which we had to bond for.
Right.
In both of them, there were substantial refunds generated. And that's why the last time it was negotiated, and we got appraisals, we saw their appraisal. I think Paul looked at the appraisal. There was an ability to settle it without going back to court in litigation. When he reviewed the income that the mall was receiving, it's all done based on income and expenses.
I understand.
That's how the assessor would do it.
Sure, based on the cap
In the
rate.
one we litigated, I think we paid the appraiser close to $100,000, and we went through a full trial. If you want to secure an appraisal, maybe we can get an appraisal for $40,000 or $50,000, and then go forward.
Well, to my knowledge, based on the email, we received simply an email from Sangertown
Yeah,
saying, hey, can you reduce my numbers?
and they give you the income?
They gave us what appeared to be financials. No inclination of whether it's audited, whether it's been certified by a CPA. So, and maybe you know this, Herb, because you got a lot of history with it.
I have a lot of history.
How did we come to terms to reduce all of these years? Was it an email they sent it to
No,
us?
the equalization rate generates the changes. And as you saw in the email I sent in WOX, the equalization rate currently is 47%. It was 88% back at the start of that. And every year, our equalization rate drops because it's done based on residential homes. And most residential homes in New Hartford sell for substantially higher than the assessment.
Sure.
Like, this is coming from, I'll tell you right now, they don't have any more stores. So they want to basically blame us because they don't have any stores. That's what's going on, right, Dave? I mean, think about it.
Yeah, I mean, look at the challenge here, guys. We're down to nothing,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
So if we keep honoring these email requests, hey, my revenue went down, you need to lower my assessment.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they keep sending them to us? Because we're doing them every single year.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I mean, this was over 100 million more than 10 years ago in assessed value. I don't care what the equalization rate is. The assessed value is what's generating our revenue.
Yeah, the 100 million, I think, got knocked down to 64 million
Right.
after the trial.
By the courts.
I didn't participate in the trial.
Right.
We hired Dan Vincelette, who was one of the best tax certiorari attorneys. He tried it, and we ended up with 500,000 in refunds.
Right.
Then it got tried again the second time, and we got hit again.
So that the land alone is worth double that. And I'm not an appraiser, guys. It's a no-brainer.
Dave, can I tell you something else too? I gotta agree with you on one thing too, because now we're still talking about coming back with the possibility of those condos.
That's why
When?
that's so important.
No, so
Yeah.
now it's like, how are you gonna get the assessment back up there? You're not gonna get
We're
it.
not,
With
because-
the condos, they'll go up.
No, they
No,
won't.
no.
Not on them, it won't.
No, because they sell the land.
Because they're gonna subdivide it, they're gonna
Right.
sell it, and then we have to reassess that parcel, which is fine, we'll gain
So
revenue.
what you're thinking, what do you think?
Well, I got a couple questions. One is, why is the board being asked this year to approve a reduction when other prior years outside of the tertiary, and Dave, you may know, and Jim, I've been here, this is my third year, this is the first time I've been asked, but the numbers have gone down consistently by millions every year.
Yeah, like I said, I think, I'll speak to that, and thank you for bringing this up. There's a sliding scale, which when we negotiated this 3 years ago, not really, Paul negotiated it. I didn't know there was a 3-year sliding scale in the agreement. And also, in that agreement was $100,000 per year to be paid to the town of Hartford for stormwater mitigation, and we did not receive that. All right, that's a problem, okay? So it's a one-way street here.
I don't think he wants to give it.
Christina invoiced that, they paid it, there's a problem here, you paid it. So now you're telling us that there's no, we invoiced them, but they're not paying it.
But we only got paid for 2 years.
2 years. So now all of a sudden, you're saying, no, there's no agreement. But you paid it. I mean, that to me is a problem.
It's $100,000, right, Jim?
Yes, it's $100,000.
And I had heard through the grapevine, that he's not gonna pay it.
Oh, I just told you, he's not paying it because we have an email saying he's not gonna pay it.
Oh, he did say that.
And that's the
Okay.
problem.
I emailed him at the beginning of 2026 and said you have not paid 25 or 26.
Is this David?
Yes,
Aiken?
David Aiken. That's
Aiken?
email from, yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And he said that he does not have an agreement for that. It was only for 23 and 24, and they did pay that.
Are you aware of that agreement, Herb?
I was aware it was 2 years, I wasn't aware of 3 years.
The board was told to.
Was it documented?
Yeah, it would be a resolution by the board. It came
So,
before
David.
the board.
Tehan, getting back to Dave Tehan. Look at the substantial decrease from 21 just to 25 in 4 years. How many
No, I
millions?
said.
Oh, I know.
There was.
That's what I'm saying.
Just from 21, it went from 47 down to 10.
So Herb, the settlement you referred to, obviously they were stuck at 62 for 2018, 19, and 20.
3 years.
85 million was by tort reduction of 62,
Right.
fixed for 3 years.
Okay, so 21 to 26.
Right.
Was that a
They
negotiated?
they started another lawsuit, and that was negotiated and was settled with board approval.
Okay, for which year?
Well, for a sliding scale,
Okay, 21, 2, and 3?
yes,
Okay. Okay, now 24 and 25,
Paul negotiated that.
No,
without the board approval?
No, with board
the,
approval.
the
No.
sliding scale was 23, 24, and 25.
Yeah.
That, I was unaware that, that's what it was, maybe Dave, you may remember, I remember it being
Yeah,
introduced.
we were provided
David.
with detailed documentation from Sangertown, along with
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but-
information.
Two houses in here
I know.
Because I think I circulated everything, and I think you requested it.
I agree.
That was to maintain the
It's
stormwater,
a mall.
The-
Yes.
the stormwater.
the-
It's $100,000
The ponds.
contribution to the mall.
And that's,
We got a problem there.
that's bad.
So, I mean, my point is, there's nothing left.
No.
No.
So,
Well, are
my
they-
opinion is, do not ever do another adjustment for Sangertown again. That's simple. I mean, if their revenue goes up next year, are they gonna come to us with new financials
No.
and say, hey, we're making money, charge me more?
I agree. Listen, at 46,000, you get that in 2 houses in Harry Land.
So you're at
For
the
property,
level
people's property.
where the assessor can settle it with them. She's asking as I understand.
Go buy it. Tell
I'm
them to
sorry?
buy it. Buy the frickin' place.
No, I jokingly said the same thing. It's crazy, but,
So, if I can finish, you're at a level where the assessor has ability to settle.
Yeah,
They
so,
provided this to you, you don't have to settle. If you don't settle, they will grieve it in May, and then they'll commence an action in
Fine.
July.
fine. But my take is, we should not be accepting an email request to reduce millions of dollars in assessments based on a copy and pasted spreadsheet in a casually sent email.
So you don't accept it?
Yeah, I don't think.
No, but again, why is the board being asked for
I
this
don't know who
approval?
asked you. I didn't
The
ask
assessor.
you. Okay, well,
And how was it approved, again, for 24 and 25, without board approval?
that's what I'm saying. I don't remember
there'll be a resolution.
Yeah,
Find a
We should
resolution.
look at it, because like I said,
Yeah.
maybe I have, but like I said, I wasn't unaware that that's the way it was presented. I do recall that the 3-year, 100,000 each. I also remember when they came to the board and said, you know, change the zoning, because that's gonna attract in a big store and all of that. That didn't happen. And if you look in the news, Salmon Run Mall is up for sale, Pyramid, selling that one too. So they're in trouble, and I don't think apartments is the solution to save the mall. I said that, I was the only one that voted against it, and yeah, they got maybe a bad business model. That's not, now it becomes the town or school
I
property.
mean, if we keep reducing their expenses, what incentive do they have to drive revenue growth?
Obviously, like I said, based on their conversation, saying, oh, get the apartments, rezoning, that's gonna attract a new store. Macy's been vacant for how many years? 5?
At least 5 years.
Okay.
There's no urgency. You're right. I agree with you.
The last item, we had exchanged emails about 4310 Middle Settlement, the Meadows. There was habitual issues with furnaces going out. I think half a dozen calls from the fire department.
It wasn't always a furnace, but we go there a lot for a
Carbon
lot of
monoxide
things.
calls? Okay.
And it's pretty much 2 buildings, A and B, that seem to be troublesome. And our, well, let me just leave it at that.
So, Herb, can we send them a letter to the managing, I know Beacon owns it, and there's a managing property manager. that-
Sure, as we did with the mall on that Fund Nation.
Yeah, I think it's time.
George, you work with me on it?
Yes.
I mean, when they declare furnace and CO, you know, carbon monoxide, you know, it's.
Other safety issues, they're draining on our public services.
But one of the things I mentioned to George, and I mentioned it, I think, to Herb, is
Yeah.
if there was a problem, and I'm not clear on what the problem was with the furnace, that I have yet to get a clear indication of what the issue was. Is it a bad heat exchanger? Is it the piping? Is it overgassed? What, the point is, all those furnaces, if there was a problem with the furnace, all those furnaces went in at the same time, the same age, same contractor, and we should kind of be making sure that we don't have more problems based on a bad installation or a bad furnace.
Can we hire somebody to go in?
I think you do, and I know George has had very good luck with that property manager, as I recall.
Yes, I have.
And I think we just put the burden on them, let our coast department follow up with the property manager. It's not for us to go in and inspect furnaces,
No.
and I don't think we can, I don't think we should be employing somebody to do that.
George, have they provided you with any kind of assessment as to the status of the boilers or furnaces?
The furnaces, I don't think there's any boilers in there.
No, there isn't.
All right.
They're all forced air furnaces.
Okay.
Yeah, Each apartment has their own furnace.
Yeah.
That's a lot of furnaces.
That's my point. There's a lot of furnaces, all the same age, same manufacturer. We just need to be aware of it and call that to the property manager's attention if they don't know it already.
Okay, you work with Herb?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I have nothing else.
All right, I don't have anything on the agenda, Jim, but I just wanted to ask one question. How do we sit with the, what happened with the piece of property? Are we gonna retain?
Yeah, so I mentioned, a great question, thanks for bringing it up. I met with Herb on Monday, I believe. So, Herb, you want to elaborate on?
Yeah, Gus Petralia was having difficulty contacting the owner of the property. I know the owner of the property subsequently called Paul Michion, because that's who he had dealt with. He has since contacted Gus. Gus has authorized me to go ahead and order an abstract of title and a title search with regard to that piece of property. And it's their intent to proceed.
Oh, good. Well, I don't want to lose it. I mean, I think it's important.
It's great.
Especially Jim mentioned about maybe having possibly other residents coming out the side. mentioned to the chief before, it's a possibility, you know, we can get that. I mean, I think it's great. Why would we want to lose that?
No, I think that they want a copy of,
I think Councilman Reynolds feels the same way, right, Nick? I mean, we don't want to.
No, we won't lose that.
no, I think they want a copy of the letter that I think Donato did a letter of appraisal.
Okay.
I have to get that to
So,
them.
so we're gonna get it to them and get it posted?
Yep.
Okay, good.
And I think there was one follow-up, at least on that one, Herb, was we were gonna see the full appraisal when it was available from Frank Donato.
Okay.
He had done, I think, one
Yeah, you
page
did a preliminary.
preliminary due to the shortness of time. And then there was a cap on expenses for abstract and title work, I think it was 9,000 for the
Yes.
resolution.
Yep.
So if you need
We have
more-
the survey,
Yeah, I figured $3,000 or
$3
something.
grand, 3,200 was the survey.
Mhm. Yeah, if you need more, let us know.
Yeah, I don't want, I still want to lose that.
No, keep attention on that.
Thank you, everybody, take care of it.
Councilman Purcell, you have anything in your area? Wish to discuss? No?
Jim, I just have one quick question, and just, I guess, ask you, you're still optimistic on the volunteers, the shelter in general, conceptual form, once the insurance is, the votes, whatever that has to be worked out is worked out, but,
Yeah, yes, we're gonna, contact,
I emailed.
yeah, in general theory,
General. Yeah,
Just-
absolutely. As long as, yeah, so, so, Herb, I mean, you have 3 names right now, right?
we can wait, I just want to make sure I didn't
Okay.
want to poke around for, I don't want, if it still looks optimistic, I won't waste any time
Yeah, yeah.
looking for an employee part-time, which was our other plan. I like this idea.
Chief, have we advertised it all for that, or
Oh, yeah, we asked people came out,
you're coming right out, want
all
to
different angles.
volunteer?
But, you know, we can, I should, we should have concept, so,
Yeah.
Because we're gonna need them. I mean, we gotta get somebody right to start popping up.
so, yeah,
I agree.
I'll, I can work with Christina to try to.
And work with Christine too, she can
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
promote it too.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. That's it.
Anything else from anyone?
Nope.
Okay, good. Thank you, we kind of matched last month meeting, sorry. But thank you all for coming and all your participation, and so I just need a motion to close the meeting. Motion by Councilman Latiti, second? Second by Councilmember Stara. Any discussion? And Michelle for a roll, please.
Councilman Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Councilman Rhodes.
Aye.
Supervisor Massa.
Aye.
Councilman Dwight.
Aye.
Councilman Lee.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned at 9:20. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.